No, I did not upload the 199th episode to the wrong channel. This is the 199th episode, and that was a dream. Now anyone who's not subscribed to Pancake8408 is going to be completely confused. Hello vlog passengers, if you hear a clicking sound in the background of this video, don't mind it, it's the doors locking, even though they're already locked. My power automatic locking thing is kind of on the fritz right now. So for today's Vlog Driver Review Monday, I am going to be reviewing a very unusual novel. The novel is called Ghostwritten. It was written by David Mitchell, and it's the favorite of a YouTuber named Ruth, also known as Ghostwritten87. I mean, the book is her username, so she must like it quite a lot. She recommended that I read it, and so I did. Well, sort of. I actually haven't finished reading it technically. I'm about 2/3 of the way through. I'll probably finish it within the next couple of days, but I kind of wanted to do this review of it. So like I said, Ghostwritten is a most unusual novel. In fact, you'd be hard-pressed to technically call it a novel, because it's not a novel in the traditional sense. Ghostwritten is tagged as a story in 9 parts, and really what it is basically just 9 short stories. You've got 9 characters, 9 different locations, 9 different situations, but the twist is that they're all connected in some way. Like, what happens to this person has a direct effect to what happens to the next person, and what happens to the next person, and so on and so forth. So the interesting part and the fun part in reading this book is finding all those little connections between the 9 characters. Even though they don't always directly interact, they don't all have a shared experience necessarily. At least I assume so. I don't know, I haven't finished the book yet. And then of course the individual stories themselves are usually pretty good. They're kind of hit and miss. Some of them are good, some of them are a little less good. Some of the characters you kind of gravitate toward, you really make a connection with, and some of them not really so much. One of the interesting things about these characters is that they each have completely different philosophies on life. So not only does that mean that the way that the characters are written differs, but also just what they're thinking. I mean, what one character is thinking could directly contradict what the next character thinks. This is a book that obviously a lot of thought went into. David Mitchell had to kind of balance the different characteristics and the different philosophies of each of these 9 very complex characters, as well as figure out how their lives affected each other, how their actions rippled across and affected the actions of this next person. And like I said, I'm not finished with it yet, but I am enjoying it thus far. It's not necessarily a book that I would recommend for everybody, but it's kind of interesting. It's got some mysticism in there, it's got some romance in there. As the title implies, there are some ghosts. But for the time being, I think it's pretty good, and hopefully I'll still think that by the time I finish it. And now, vlog passengers, I have to finish driving to the airport. Why am I driving to the airport, you ask? Well, I guess you'll just have to wait and find out. See you next time.